Hello. So we're coming to the end of the conference. It's been epic, really. It's been amazing. When Michael Schellenberger started, and he said it's the end of WPATH. I really think with the energy in this room that it could be the end of WPATH. I think it's time to be the end of WPATH. I want to remind you that we do offer a very specific roadmap forward, and that's which is free to download, our famous gender framework. And this is a non-medicalized approach, an unapologetic, non-medicalized approach to gender diversity and how it might fit in society, in sports, in schools, in families, and everywhere else. And the concept is everybody matters. Nobody's more important than anybody else. Fairness for all, as Carrie might say. And, these are, in a way, old-fashioned principles, but I think the last 2 days have given us the strength to remind ourselves that, the very basic principles of civilized discussion, agreeing to disagree, bringing forward a kind of an educated mindset is what matters here. And I think we have enough strength. I think we have enough strength in this room to do it. And I want to remind us all that, it reminds me of that great song. I don't know how many of you will know it, but it's Joe Hill, who is an American, and he was a great from the kind of 1910, 1912, and he was a great kind of organizer for the unions of the miners in America. And he was executed. He was framed, and his last words were, "Don't mourn me, organize." And I really think, there's been so much devastation. There's been so much. We know the detransition time bomb is coming. We know there have been lives that have been ripped apart. And we know there's more pain to come. But we do know that there's an awful lot of organizations, even in this room. And it's time for us to organize. We're happy, as Genspect, we're happy to take the space of an unapologetic, non-medicalized approach to gender diversity. That's the space we're very happy to move into. Linda Blade and Icon, they'll take the sports space. There's so much work to be done. Everybody needs to organize themselves so that we can all take our spaces and start moving forward as a very unapologetic movement. The parents have organized, the detransitioners are organizing. There is so much work to do that we need to organize and kind of almost strategize so that we can work together and move forward and, be able to say, along with Colin Wright, that there are two sexes and that, male and female, and there's nothing wrong with that, and we don't need to apologize that. We need to stand very strong in the face of truth. And I think we actually can. So I want to give you a little bit of numbers about today. In the last 24 hours for Genspect, we've had 45,000 media views, so there's definitely an interest, yeah. There's been I've got these in front of me, there's been 3,570 profile visits and 11,000 likes. So it's really quite clear that from these numbers, we kind of gained 500 followers in the last 24 hours. It's quite clear that there is a huge kind of, I know tide is turning is such a cliche at this stage, but there is something happening, and it really does. What do you think, Carrie?
I agree. And I would just say, like de Tocqueville said, our country, when he came here, in early 1800s and saw all the associations that were in America and said, wow, this is really cool. This is unlike Europe. There's all these associations forming and they really get things done. And I think we're really seeing that again in our country. So many associations here, different groups. We need to get together, and then our folks across the pond who are like Genspect and everybody showing just we have to band together and really push forward.
Yeah, and just to finish, and then you will be released. And we'd love you to come back for Travis and Evan's film, because it's going to be a cracker. That's on at 6:15. And don't forget, I think it's 7:30. Nina and Corinna will be light relief. Very much come back and enjoy yourselves. Bring your meals or bring your drinks. I want to say a thank you to Finish. It was chilling when Michael Schellenberger said at the beginning of the conference that he'd never seen such heavy security at a conference, and it felt very incongruous. And I think we all shivered. because we were aware that this is an extraordinarily strange world where almost anything can happen. And you know what? It's been really warm and lovely. It's just been friendly and warm, and I think we've all just unfurled, and it's been really kind of heartening. So the reason how we were able to do that was because of the engine that has been running this. So a very special thanks specifically to Joe and Kyle, to Jessica, and to Saoirse. As well as that, Leslie and Travis and Evan and Andy and Michelle and Maya also really helped to keep the conference going, and we would be lost without them. So thank you very much. And last but not least, thank you to all the speakers and you, because you have really made it an absolutely very, very special 2 days, and I've really, really enjoyed it, and I was very nervous. So thank you.
Thank you to Stella and Genspect.